For anybody out there who is fed up with the talks of further lockdowns, fed up with the idea of having to have vaccination mandates, which we saw the Supreme Court actually strike down from the Biden campaign, I do find it really super interesting that we have had a flip-flop of two major businesses throughout the course of this week. We have Carhartt, a outfitter company, if you will. Typically, we'll see them in stores like Farm and Fleet. If you're up north, you might see them in places like Menards or Lowe's. If they end up carrying a specific clothing line, usually it's coveralls or overalls or some kind of work attire that is just made to last. Well, Carhartt is mandating for all their employees that they must get vaccinated. And Starbucks did away with their mandate for their employees.
Just for the record, the demon is dead. I sentence him deep into the pits of the Abuso, and he will never be coming back. So all the fight has been won. Long live the king, the Alpha and the Omega, beginning and the end. Thank you for your power.
Well, I'm glad it all worked out.
I'm glad you done did it. But yeah, I knew exactly what you were talking about when you were talking about like clothing material. I'm like, oh, he's probably talking about Carhartts because I saw how retarded that was.
Yep, and what's really super interesting is if you think about it now, Great Britain, a country that in various areas is run by Sharia law, is actually more free now than the United States.
Because they got rid of the mask mandates, right?
Boris Johnson is lifting everything, or has lifted everything.
Now I'm curious why, because I kind of saw, I didn't watch the announcements of him doing that, but did that talk about, I don't know if you saw anything about it, did that talk about, was anything mentioned about like the economy and stuff like that? Because I'm wondering if a lot of that had to do with like, oh yeah, like our economy is dying because of this, like we gotta do something.
I think it was almost 100% about that.
Okay.
I shouldn't say 100%, but I think it was largely about
that's
that.
kind of where it came from. I mean,
I
that's
didn't
literally
watch
what
the full press release on it.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally what what Trump said. That's what a lot of the Republicans are.
Yeah, it seems like the general consensus is that hey, we're not only are people inside a mental state that is just completely out of the norm, or what you could really constitute people being able to say I'm of sound body and mind, and not only that, but our entire economy is completely going up in flames, and we're not going to have much of a country to watch over and protect if we don't get this sorted out. And
I can't remember what it was, because you usually bring like the politics and like the stuff that's going around on our discussion, and I'm trying to bring like the entertainment side of stuff to it. I can't remember what it is.
Well, you haven't given me much of a clue, so I guess I can't remember what it is either.
My mind is in between thoughts right now, so I'm desperately trying to remember what I saw. It was something where now it was like a headline I saw where, you know how the whole, well, I say it's a joke, but not really, is how like the CCP is having like handed a bunch of everything and stuff. I can't remember what it was, but I want to say I thought I saw a headline about how Democrats are now saying it's like the Russians.
Oh my God.
Or something like that. And I just immediately thought like, so now we're switching it to it's the Russians' fault for stuff? Like,
dude, it's they have run out of cheap toys
pretty much
to make, and so it's that death rattle. It's that fox backed in the corner now just lashing out violently.
Well, Fox has like 1 million vocal noises, so who knows when
they still haven't run out of theirs. But so that was an interesting, and I'd say
the Carhartt
awesome
thing
win for the UK. Waiting for the United States to catch up, fall in that same line.